Dragon Ball Daima. Episode 13 begins exactly where the previous episode ended. Goama, the Supreme Demon King, stands both shocked and anxious, grappling with the news that more enemies are breaching the first demon world. Turning to Degsu, his trusted subordinate, he demands, "Has our entire army arrived yet?" Degsu hesitates before responding. "Not all of them, my lord, but more than half are here." Goama's expression hardens. It's clear he's determined to launch a full-scale attack on Goku and Vegeta, two mortals who dared to defeat Tamagami number 3 and Tamagami number 2. For Goama, taking any risk at this point was unthinkable. To ensure complete control, he orders Degsu to disable Wapsama, the central dimensional guardian. The order leaves Degsu frozen in fear. Wapsama had never been disabled before, not since its creation, but Goama is resolute. "If Wapsama is out of the way, Goku and the others won't even make it here," he says coldly. Reluctantly, Degsu obeys, descending into an underground chamber. This secretive basement is eerie, pulsating with an unnatural energy, like the entire demon world is connected to it. Degsu approaches a massive lever designed to disable Wapsama, his hands trembling. "Why was I chosen for this?" he mutters to himself, visibly terrified. But disobeying the Supreme Demon King wasn't an option. Gathering his courage, Degsu pulls the lever. A loud, unsettling hum reverberates throughout the demon world as Wapsama shuts down. In that instant, the skies darken, and an ominous atmosphere takes over. Degsu knows deep down, this act will have dire consequences. Somewhere far away, Goku and his companions feel the shift immediately. Their ship begins to malfunction, shaking violently. High Beast clutches his stomach, looking ready to vomit from all the turbulence. The engine splutters and gives out entirely. "Do something! Land us somewhere safe!" Panji shouts in desperation, but Neva the pilot grimaces. "Safe? We're over the ocean. If we crash there, we'll be Kraken food." Her warning does nothing to ease the tension. After much struggle, they manage to land the ship, though it's far from a smooth landing. Fortunately, no one is hurt. Panji wastes no time. "I'll fix the ship. You guys get out of my way," she snaps. But as everyone begins disembarking, it's almost like he's been shrunk down to size. The setting brings to mind an episode from Dragon Ball GT, where a similar world appeared. While Goku explores, Panji faces another crisis. The Kraken has swallowed all her tools. Just as she's about to give up, Bulma steps in with a triumphant grin. Pulling out one of her father's inventions, she tosses a capsule into the air. It bursts open to reveal a fully equipped toolbox. Panji is amazed. "How is this even possible?" she exclaims. Bulma explains the concept of capsule technology. Before she can finish, though, Ibiz interrupts. "Hey, can you shrink my socks and store them in one of those capsules too?" he asks innocently. Panji glares at him. "Why would you even need that?" she snaps. Honestly, the group wonders why Ibiz even bothers. Meanwhile, Vegeta's impatience grows. "Why don't we fighters move ahead and leave the rest of you behind?" he suggests to Supreme Kai. But the Kai shakes his head. "That's impossible, Vegeta. Mortals cannot simply fly between demon worlds." Begrudgingly, Vegeta relents, knowing there's no point in arguing further. Back on the ship, Neva is in full panic mode. "Prepare the ship as quickly as possible. We need to leave this place now," she shouts. Her tone is enough to alarm everyone. Supreme Kai finally explains, "This is the planet of Mega. I've heard about this place before. Isn't this where the Megathus live?" Neva nods grimly. "Exactly. Even the Supreme Demon King's army fears this planet. We must escape before it's too late." Just as tensions rise, Goku's voice cuts through the fear. "Don't worry, we'll handle anything that comes our way." Gloria, however, shakes his head. "It doesn't matter how strong you are. We have to leave." Panji turns to High Beast and quips, "If you're not doing anything useful, at least be my stool." Poor High Beast ends up as Panji's makeshift chair. Elsewhere, the first demon world is in chaos. Rinzu observes the turmoil from her vantage point. Her communicator buzzes, and Gloria informs her that they've secured the second Dragon Ball and will soon reach her. Smiling, Rinzu gazes at the Dragon Balls in her possession. "Soon, all 3 will be mine," she murmurs. Goku is suddenly lifted into the air by a gust of wind. He finds himself gazing at a strange, otherworldly jungle. Everything around him, trees, plants, even insects, is gigantic. Back on the ship, Panji and Bulma bond over repairs. Bulma compliments Panji's skills, reminiscing about a time when she repaired a similar ship back on Earth. However, there's one part she couldn't figure out. Panji explains, "That's Magi Light. It reacts with acidic water and can produce energy for 30 years. Bulma is astonished. "That must be incredibly valuable," she exclaims. But Panji dismisses the idea. Not really. Both the upper layer of the second demon world and the lower layer of the third demon world are made entirely of magi light. That's why they glow like the sun. As they chat, High Beast finally snaps. "If you two are done talking, get off me!" he yells. Laughing, Bulma and Panji climb down, their work finished. Panji explains that magi light is strictly controlled by Goama, the Supreme Demon King. "He'll never let anyone else use it," she says. Bulma sighs wistfully. "I wish I could take some back with me." Panji grins. "Don't worry, my dad will steal some for you." In the jungle, Goku is busy sampling giant fruits when a massive hamster-like creature attacks him. Startled, Goku exclaims, "How is a hamster this big?" Vegeta urges him to fight back, but Goku refuses. "I can't harm an animal. It's not right." The hamster isn't alone. More of them emerge, attacking the group. Vegeta, showing no such restraint, fights back ruthlessly. Gloria and Piccolo help keep the creatures away from the ship, knowing it's their only way off the planet. Supreme Kai narrowly avoids being eaten several times. Suddenly, heavy footsteps echo through the jungle. All the hamsters freeze in fear and scatter. Piccolo decides to investigate. Goku, Vegeta, and Piccolo come face to face with a giant child, what Neva calls a mega child. The sight is surreal. "That's just a child?" Vegeta asks, incredulous. Neva nods. "Look at its bag. It's on its way home from school." The mega child sits down, its enormous pet following close behind. As the child's bag spills, its contents crash to the ground like boulders, narrowly missing the group. Unfazed, the child starts snacking, on Kraken tentacles no less. Goku and Vegeta are dumbfounded. The very Kraken that terrorized them is nothing but a snack for this kid. The child's pet notices the group and charges at them. Gloria distracts it to protect Goku, but soon finds himself in danger. Just as the pet is about to attack, Vegeta steps in, blasting it back. The group works together to lure the creature away from the ship, but it's nearly unstoppable. Even their strongest ki blasts feel like mere tickles. Making matters worse, the pet's body is infested with parasitic insects, which also attack the group. Suddenly, the pet notices the glowing ship and charges toward it, fascinated by its shine. Despite everyone's efforts, it reaches the ship, ready to crush it. Desperate, Goku powers up a massive Kamehameha wave, using all his strength to launch the pet into the air. The attack works, but their relief is short-lived. The pet's owner, the Mega Child, finally notices them. Playfully, the child tries to poke the ship with a tree branch, unaware of the danger it poses. Goku, Vegeta, and Piccolo struggle to hold him off, their combined power barely enough to keep the ship intact. Goku admits, "This kid is stronger than I thought. I'm not sure I can handle him." As night falls, the jungle comes alive with glowing insects, lighting up the entire planet in breathtaking beauty. The group is left awestruck by the surreal scene, but their relief is fleeting. The episode ends with lingering questions. How will they reach the first demon world, now that Wap-sama is disabled? Why was Degsu so terrified? And what is Rinzu's true goal with the Dragon Balls?